Out of all the new ascendancies that we are getting with the upcoming Path of Exile event, one struck me for having a special type of power that I never thought we would be getting in the form of an ascendancy. I'm talking about the Daughter of Oshabi. It's unique in so many ways, but we mostly care about one section of this ascendancy. Can you tell which one it is? I'm talking about these nodes here. The Woodland Shrines creates lesser shrines whenever you kill something. Pretty good, but kinda useless against bosses. However, Innate Blessing is where things get spicy. This node grants you a random shrine buff every 10 seconds. This is huge, and in so many ways. First of all, this node does not specify lesser in its text, so it should actually grant you a major shrine buff, like the one you see in maps, once every 10 seconds. Secondly, the node also doesn't specify a duration limit on these shrine buffs, hence, it's supposed to be full duration. All of this coupled with shrine support items that we have in this game, and we get ourselves a character that in its peak looks stronger than pre-nerfed Headhunter Era. Now, as you guys can see in the background, we have gameplay footage for a fully functional shrine build that is similar to the one I planned for the upcoming event. The one I planned, you are going to find the BOB link for down in the video description. It uses a different skill, but the core items are the same. One such item is the Ghoul, a powerful domination helmet that increases the effect of shrine buffs on you, as well as increasing their duration. This item is almost free and drops anywhere. Next, we are using Blunderbore. This chest also increases shrine buff effect on you and passively grants you both lesser brutal shrine and massive shrine buffs all the time. That's a lot of area of effect, damage, character size, and increased maximum life. The downside is that this item has a massive strength requirement, which we have completely bypassed thanks to Supreme Ostentation Keystone that we have added via an elegant Hubris Timeless Jewel. The Keystone, however, removes all benefits from all of our attributes, which is a downside that we have also bypassed by using Crystallized Omniscience Amulet. This one converts all of our attributes into Omniscience, which grants us lots of elemental resistances and penetration. The BOB I made has around 1900 of that, which equals to 120% elemental resistances and penetration. We also anointed counterweight on this amulet for massive crit boost while wielding a staff. But what staff are we using? The Annihilating Light allows our elemental skills to deal triple damage. Downside? We need lots of additional resistances to counteract its penalty. We achieved around 40 million damage in our BOB, give or take, while using Stormcall with this staff. However, you can use any elemental skill you like because the penetration bonuses gained from our amulet applies to all elements. Now, why did we go with a staff in the first place? Isn't using 2 GG wands better? Well, I wanted to capitalize on another ascendancy node offered by the new ascendancy, and that is Oath of the Magi. By having empty sockets across all of our items except weapon and offhand, we get lots of bonuses depending on the item. We get 60% all elemental resistances from helmet, 30% increased movement speed from boots, 30% increased maximum life from gloves, and double defenses from chest. We are benefiting from all of these bonuses except our chest, since we do have aura socketed there. Again, check the BOB link down in the description to see our exact gem setup. That being said, you can go with one-handed wands, especially if you take the Illuminating Wisps nodes from the new Ascendancy. It increases Wisp summon count and maximum limit by 2. You are going to need to use Wisp support to utilize this, however. It is not a simple gem to use, as it requires both a wand attack skill and a spell to work, similar to cast on crit shenanigans. It does have its own disadvantages, like needing to cap accuracy and increase attack speed to make it effective. There is also mana issues, which is the reason why I decided to leave it alone for now. Anyway, the rest of our items are generic choices that you see in any Omniscience build. You are going to buy items with Fractured Attribute Roll, use another attribute essences on it until you hit the third one, then slam the prefixes for life and craft whatever you want. This can be seen across all of our items as they all have triple attributes on the suffixes, life and the crafted mod. Our build has that alongside Chaos Resistance. Same thing with our boots, but with movement speed and increased action speed Eldritch implicit. We don't need to get tier 1 rolls, it all depends on the budget. Now for our passive tree, we path from the ranger starting location all the way to the top side of the tree where all the caster stuff are. We went for spell damage, increased crit chance and crit damage, increased lightning damage since we went with Stormcall, increased mana reservation efficiency, some cluster jewel stuff, and life. For our cluster jewels, we have one large jewel that adds the following notables: Doriani's Lesson, Prismatic Heart, and Thunderstruck. Next, we have one medium cluster jewel with some powerful crit notables. We got Basics of Pain and Precise Retaliation. Now remember the elegant Hubris Timeless jewel that we used to get Supreme Ostentation? We are using an Impossible Escape jewel on top of the same keystone. The radius will overlap, allowing you to allocate the powerful notables that gets converted with the Timeless jewel without having them being connected to your passive tree. That's a lot of damage for very little passive points. Aside from these jewels, we have a Watcher's Eye with both increased lightning damage and increased critical strike chance while affected by Wrath. Now for defensive purposes, we are using Dissolution of the Flesh jewel combined with Petrified Blood and Progenesis, optional. These combo together, splitting the damage you take two ways. Half of that will be taken in the form of degen, which is easily accommodated for with both Life Leech and the regen from our level 20 Vitality. The other half will reserve your maximum life. This reservation will persist until you stop taking damage for 2 seconds. This combination increases our effective life pool by more than double. It is one of the best defensive layers that you can have in this game. Any remaining jewel socket left is filled with a normal rare jewel like this one. You want life, resistances, and as much crit multiplier as possible. Next, for mastery choices, we got 15% increased maximum life if there are no life modifiers on our equipped body armor. Skills cost life instead of 15% of mana cost, 12% increased mana reservation efficiency of skills, 60% increased crit chance against enemies with lightning exposure, 5% increased attributes, +1 to maximum intensity, +25% to critical strike multiplier against unique enemies, and 8% increased damage per aura or herald affecting us. Now for gems, you can use any elemental spell you like, but for the sake of example, here we have a Storm Call. This one is linked with Intensify, Awakened Spell Cascade, Awakened Spell Echo, Awakened Added Lightning Damage, and Inspiration. For our aura setup, we got Wrath, Vitality, Level 1 Precision, Clarity, Petrified Blood, and Dash. Now for Bandits Quest, we are going to help Alira because we really need these elemental resistances. As for Pantheons, we got the Soul of the Brine King and the Sword of Ralakesh. Please note that the BOB link only contains the lesser shrine buffs enabled, as there is no way to toggle the major ones for now. So our 40 million damage is going to be even higher in game depending on which shrines you got active. As for defenses, this build is sitting around 60,000 effective life pool, which is only going to get higher depending on what defensive shrines you got active, like the Resistance Shrine. But with that, we are done with our Daughter of Oshabi Shrine build for the upcoming Path of Exile event. If you guys have enjoyed this video, then you know the drill. Like, comment, and maybe even subscribe so you don't miss out on any future build guide like this one. My name is Phoenix and I will see you all in the next video.